Hello and welcome to the Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I am Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping or wholesaling houses in New York. Let me just get a water. You think I'd have a water ready before I started, because I know every time I talk for 10 minutes, I'm going to need water. Okay. So I've been asked a lot about this, and I want to discuss a few things about growing a team. And I did a video yesterday on when you should grow a team. And just to explain again the basics of when you grow a team, it's when something critical is not getting done or you hate doing it. Those are really the when you want to start growing a team. So I'm not going to go through all the components of what a team is. We'll talk a little bit about this when I talk about how to create and grow a team. But the gist of hiring people is first deciding whether you want somebody local or whether you want somebody who is remote. Certain things you're going to need local, right? I recently hired a disposition manager. Someone needs to show the properties in my area. They need to be there physically. Most of my team is remote. Most of my team is in the Philippines or Mexico. And for calling, answering calls, making calls, placing calls, sending texts, most marketing functions, most follow-up functions, they don't need to be here. Now, I don't know if anybody's read Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Work Week, but the gist of what he says, and it's brilliant, is to take advantage of global arbitrage. Now, what that means, global arbitrage, what that means is that there are parts of the world where you can pay significantly less money and people will be very happy to take that from you. So obviously, there are a lot of schools of thought. There are a lot of people that say never hire somebody in lead intake who's not an American. I understand that. But I do have lead intake people who are not American, and I'm happy with them. And I understand that there are some limitations. There are certain situations where there's going to be cultural or language issues, or local issues, right? Things that people locally would understand that people from other parts of the country may not. But for me, I have found good people. So how do you find good people? So the tools I use to hire local people is a search site called WizeHire, WIZEHIRE, and I put out feelers for local talent. You can also use it for virtual, but WizeHire is basically, I think, $100 to $200 a month. You can put as many listings as you want and put it up for a month, and you can then take it down if you want to or keep it going. WizeHire promotes your job listings on all of the other sites, so Indeed and Monster, all of them. So I find them to be good. They also tell people to take a DISC personality test, which gives you some kind of basis for whether they are going to fit the profile of what you want. It's not perfect, but it's something. But I think it's a good piece of software for hiring people in the United States. Certainly local people that need to be where you are. Now, for virtual hiring, and I get asked about this all the time, VAs, how do I hire them? What do I do? The site that, in my opinion, is better than all the others is Upwork.com. Now, there are people who say onlinejobs.ph is good. You have to pay for that. I understand that. I think Upwork has the biggest reach. Upwork used to be something else. It's changed through the years. I've used it before. And you are going to basically put a job listing on there, and you're going to get a lot of people clamoring for your jobs. So the tools I use to make sure that in either of these cases, whether it's local or virtual, that you are dealing with people correctly is A, ask everyone the same set of questions and give them points for their answers. Right? Certainly if I'm hiring somebody in the Philippines, I want their English to be great. Right? Some people in the Philippines, their English is not great. They speak Tagalog there. Tagalog, I think they call it, sorry. And everybody there speaks English and can get away with their English, but some people's English is better than others. So I'm going to put English fluency as one of the things I'm going to ask them, that I'm going to tell them. And if they're not good, they're probably not going to get the job because they're going to lose a lot of points for that. So you want to ask everybody the same set of questions. You want to ask open-ended questions. So why'd you leave the last place you worked? What did you like about the last place you worked? What did you not like about the last place you worked? When I call your previous manager, what are they going to tell me about you? Not if, but when. and you want to keep score and find the good people. We all have a tendency to hire people based on a very crappy interview process and then assume that people are good. And I can tell you that most of us do not interview well. And the worst part, and really the most important part of what I'm discussing, is that when you do hire somebody, and I came up with this epiphany recently, you have to have really two sets of thoughts in your head. The first thought is, this person may not work out. You need to keep that in your head, because everybody you hire is not going to work out. I've gotten rid of many people through the years. But the second thought is, I need to invest daily or almost daily into making sure this person knows what they're doing. The biggest mistake people make, and I see this made by people with huge, multiple seven-figure businesses all the time, is they hire somebody assuming that they know what to do. And most people do not know what to do. And even if they have experience with somebody else, most real estate investment companies do things differently, right? You want to do things differently. And I know a lot of people that don't hire anybody with real estate investing experience because they don't want them to come with the baggage of some other way that things are done. I don't hold by that, but I do believe that you need to show somebody how you want things done, and you need to do it pretty much on a daily basis. Now, so these two conflicting things, these are opposites, right? Because if you're saying you want to spend time on training someone, you're going to think that person is going to stick around for a long time. But the truth is they may not. So you need to, first of all, hire people on a 30-day basis. We're going to try this out for 30 days. After that, you can try them out for another 30 days. Then you can try them out for another 30 days. After 90 days, if they're good, you'll know. And if not, then you did not commit to this person for any long-term situation. But you need to spend, I would say, 4 to 5 times a week, 15 to 30 minutes talking to people and making sure they know what's going on. And you'd be shocked that after 45 or 50 days, people still don't have a clue as to what they're supposed to do if you are not on top of them. And if somebody is making calls, you need to listen to the calls. If somebody is sending text, you need to look at their text. Whatever they're doing, you need to check on them. And you can't be a jerk and say, hey, you screwed this up. Even if that's what you want to say, even if you told them what to do the day before, you have to say, listen, I just want to talk about it, and I think there's a few places you might be able to improve, and go through that. You have to be nice, and you have to be good to people, and you got to give them a chance. Now, if you're telling somebody you're supposed to do this X way, and then they're doing it Y way on a regular basis, then they're probably not good for you, for your company. And that's why the first thought that this person may probably not going to last has to be in your head, because you need to be able to let people go. I know a lot of people who didn't let a lot of employees go when they knew they should have been gone. So obviously anything like dishonesty, where somebody's giving you hours and they're not really doing those hours, to me, they're gone that day. Somebody who is, another really good tool to use for remote workers is Hubstaff, Hubstaff. I use it, and it really tracks them and what they're doing, and it lets them know that you're tracking them so that they know that they should be working for the hours you're paying them. But keeping these two really oxymoronic thoughts, one, that this person may not be the right person, and two, that I really have to invest time into this person to make sure they're good, is the way that you can go through this process and not want to blow your brains out. Because I talk to people all the time who I know need to hire people. Like, I talk to this guy, and he's got a great business, but he's spending all the time on stupidity, on project management and little things. And I'm like, you got to hire somebody. He's like, I don't know, the money, the commitment, the time. That's how it is, right? We have this dream that we're going to reach some level of success and sit on a beach and just watch our bank account grow. The main thing you're going to do with a successful business is manage people. That's the main thing. And great people leave. I just had somebody who I liked very much who left. That's the truth. And then you got to find somebody and you got to train them, and it's back and forth. That is what happens in the business. There's really no way around it. I don't know what's going on with my phones. I really don't know what's going on with my phones. So that is really how you create and grow a team. But do not create or grow a team until you need to create or grow a team. So I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in all the ways I can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com. If you are interested in finding out more about a course I have that teaches how to do what I do, go to howtoflipnewyorkcourse.com. If you are interested in finding out more about one-on-one coaching, go to coaching.howtoflipnewyork.com. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on any media channel, please click the thumbs up. The likes really help me. And I post 5 times a week, although I may be short this week. I'm going to have to post twice next week. but I usually don't know what to say. So please keep the comments coming. Any questions are fine. If it doesn't have to be about the video you're watching. I'll be happy to answer any questions. I try to reply within a day. If it's a simple answer, I'll just reply with an answer. If it's something I've covered before, I'll send you links to a video or videos. And if it's something new, I'll do a new video on it. So thank you very, very much for watching.